So, when you think about web frameworks, your mind probably jumps to the big players, right? You've got React, Vue, Angular. They pretty much dominate the scene. But there's a challenger out there that calls itself a radical new approach to building user interfaces. Today, we're going to dive into Svelte and see what makes it so different.
And this isn't just some clever marketing slogan. This quote really captures the passion that developers who use Svelte feel. And that passion, it all comes from the answer to one really revolutionary question. Just let that sink in for a second. Almost every other framework does its heavy lifting at runtime, inside the user's browser. Svelte just completely flips that model on its head. And how it does that? Well, that's what makes it so unique.
The secret sauce here is one powerful concept. Svelte isn't really a framework in the way we usually think of them. It's actually a compiler. It takes all your Svelte code, and during the build step, it transforms it into super efficient vanilla JavaScript. There's no bulky framework library included.
Okay, so let's break this down. Frameworks like React use something called a virtual DOM. Think of it like a copy of the web page that the framework is constantly checking for changes. That's a lot of work for the browser to handle. Svelte? It just gets rid of that entire step. Its compiler is smart. It figures out ahead of time what might change and writes precise, surgical code to update only those specific things. And this is the best part. You don't ship the whole framework to your users. They just get the lean, fast, optimized code that runs your app.
Now, this whole compiler-first idea feeds directly into one of Svelte's most famous features, reactivity. You know, how the screen automatically updates when your data changes. And Svelte's journey with reactivity is actually pretty fascinating. In the older versions, it honestly felt like magic. You just slap this little $:: label in front of a variable, and boom, the Svelte compiler would automatically make it reactive. If count changed, double would update instantly. It was simple, it was clean, but maybe a little too magical, a bit implicit. So Svelte 5 completely changes the game with a new concept they're calling runes. Instead of that magic label, you now explicitly declare your reactive bits. You use $state for variables and $derived for values that depend on them. It's a really deliberate shift from magic to intention, and it gives developers way more control and clarity over complex data flows. So what exactly are runes? Well, think of them as a way to make reactivity totally obvious. By being so explicit, the way data flows through your app becomes crystal clear. And let me tell you, that is a massive help when you're trying to debug or maintain a big application. You're basically trading a little bit of that old syntactic sugar for a whole lot more power and clarity. And that kind of clarity is exactly what you need when you start to build bigger systems. Which brings us to the million-dollar question. I mean, tons of developers love Svelte for their side projects, but can that beautiful simplicity actually scale up to the enterprise level? Can it really handle the huge code bases and large teams of a major company? Look, the challenges are very real. When an app gets huge, managing state gets complicated, you have to avoid something called component sprawl, which is where you end up with hundreds of slightly different, impossible to manage UI pieces. And then there's setting up custom deployment pipelines. These are hurdles that any big project has to deal with, and Svelte is no different. But the Svelte community has really matured, and there are proven ways to handle this stuff. Teams are now building centralized component libraries, they're enforcing strict coding rules, and they're making code cleanup a regular habit. These aren't some secret Svelte tricks. They're universal best practices. And the fact that they're being adopted shows that Svelte is absolutely ready for serious, scalable software. Of course, how good the tech is only half the battle. For any technology to really take off, it needs a thriving ecosystem around it. And it has to overcome the inertia of whatever tools came before it. And the Svelte ecosystem is definitely growing, no doubt about it. You've got options for pretty much any approach you want to take. There's Skeleton, which is a complete, ready-to-go design system. You have Shadcn Svelte, which has this unique method of generating code right into your project. Or if you want total freedom, you can use a headless library like Melt UI, which gives you all the function with none of the styling. Heck, you can even use an old favorite with Sveltestrop. The choices are expanding fast. But let's be real, the hurdles are pretty big. The ecosystem, while growing, is still just smaller than React's. It can be tougher to find and hire developers who have Svelte experience. And maybe most importantly, there's the human element. React has that powerful first mover advantage, and you have managers who will always choose the safe option that everybody already knows. This quote from a developer on Reddit just hits the nail on the head.
For so many companies, choosing React isn't really a technical decision, it's a risk management one. It's the big, established brand name that feels like a safe bet. And that creates an incredibly high wall for any challenger to climb, no matter how innovative it might be. So you've got this radical new approach, a growing ecosystem, but some pretty significant hurdles to overcome. Where does that leave Svelte? Is it really a glimpse into the future of web development? Let's end with one very powerful number, 40%. On average, a Svelte component has about 40% less code than the exact same component built in React. Now think about what that really means. It means it's faster for developers to write, it's easier to read and debug, but most importantly, it means a much, much smaller download for the browser, which translates to a faster, smoother experience for your users.
And that really brings us right back to the core idea. Svelte is making a bet. It's betting that the best place to do all the hard work is at compile time, long before your code ever hits the user's browser. And the result is pretty hard to argue with. Smaller bundles, blazing fast performance, and just an elegant developer experience that really does feel like that love letter to web development. You know, at the end of the day, Svelte's biggest contribution might not even be its features, but its philosophy. It dared to look at a fundamental assumption that frameworks need a big runtime and asked, why? It forces all of us to ask, what other rules of web development are just sitting there waiting to be broken?